Hi, I'm Sarah. A winter storm is moving in, and this is me being dramatic. This is mission propagation. So, we did a quick run to the Home Depot, and we needed to grab some supplies to prepare for the cold weather. And all the plants were crowded in, looking all snuggly in the warm indoors, in the indoor heating. I had no intentions at all to look at any plants, and I couldn't help it. The Jungle Diva Roxy. I hadn't seen this one yet, but the Doc Block Michelle. This is the first time that I've seen these at a local big box store, and it's the first time I've ever seen one in person. I'm going to come back to it. And then I also saw the Hoya Dappled Forest, and I thought that it was a Crassy Petiolata Splash, but apparently it's not. It's a Proven Winners Leaf Joy exclusive hybrid, and it's really pretty. Apparently the leaves are more rounded than the Crassy Petiolata, so I'm going to have to compare the new one that I just bought with my Crassy Petiolata Splash that I have at home. They had all of the same plants that they usually have, but this huge shining sea star in a large pot. This is how I bought my first shining sea star, and it is so beautiful. I bought it last year, and I love the hot pink leaves that emerge from them. And I keep on looking at the Tycons because one of my favorite YouTubers that I watch, she has this beautiful Tycon, and I'm convinced I probably should go ahead and just get one, but I haven't got one yet. This is one of those peperomias from the trial collection. It's going downhill. Maybe it got too cold. It seems like this Home Depot, they moved all of the plants indoors to just protect them. This is the wrong tag, so I'm going to do a service and put it in the right plant. There you go. This is that was a Mondula. The other one was a Syndapsis. Sorry if I'm moving a little quick, but these are all the tiny plants. And then I'm just scanning for new stuff that I haven't seen. This is a Florida Ghost, and all the newer emerging leaves are very pale. It's really pretty. I'm getting close to the Doc Blocks. I was just so excited to see them because I hadn't seen Doc Blocks in person. This Sansevieria, I like how yellow it is, and I kept on thinking, is that from the cold? But I think that one was just really variegated. I love Sansevieria. I could talk about Sansevieria all day. I have a new short about Sansevierias. 2 Sansevierias that I put together. They're doing so good. This is a new leaf, and it is gorgeous. I love the coloring on these. I like how dark the leaves were, but this one, Mythic Into the Night Alocasia, the leaves are so satisfying because they were so fuzzy. And I thought about getting this because the leaves were so soft and they're almost black. And then the arrowhead shaped leaf, it had all the things. I loved the texture of those leaves. They were kind of softer. They weren't stiff like the dragon scale are. There's a lot more of the Standuliana, and then here's another one of those alocasias. It looks pretty crispy. Maybe it's got some spider mites or something, but I moved it so that it could get some light because it was kind of shaded by all those Tycons. And here's a dragon scale. I've never bought one, but I like how thick the leaves are and how rigid they are. And they're just so beautiful. I do like the darker one better than the silver. The silver dragon is pretty, but I do like the dragon scale better. I just like the darkness of the leaves. Okay, Doc Block Michelle. So apparently he named this after his wife, which I think is super sweet. Okay, Mythic Dragonite. That's the one that I like. I really like that one. There's quite a few alocasias this year that Proven Winners has released that I'm in love with. One of them is the Pining for You, which I didn't see at this store. I really like the Jungle Music because I like the zebra stripe stems. And then I had looked to see if it was a Zebrina, but it's not. It's actually more of a compact version of the Zebrina, but it's not a Zebrina, but it looks like one, if that makes sense. In my experience, alocasias have always been spider mite magnets, so it's made me like not like load up on all the alocasias, but this year is going to be different. Look at that variegated little succulent in this container. I really like the planter. I love terracotta, and I liked the price. I thought it was a good price. The little succulents, you see there's a few that are really struggling and wanting to die off. Some are very spiky, but just the variegation of all these is just beautiful. I like the little pot. I like that it said Joy on the side. It's like a little leather tag that says Joy. That's really cute. The orchids, they never have a shortage of orchids at big box stores, but I liked this little one. It was so like petite and cute, and the flower had like 4 or 5 different colors in it, and I liked that. I'm back to the Roxy. I needed to look at those leaves. It looks like a jewel orchid to me, but it's actually related. It's in the same family as the Tradescantias. And you can see, like, once I knew that, I could tell. I wanted to get one of these dappled forests. Someone had posted on YouTube that they had found one, and I had been meaning to go back to Home Depot the last couple of weeks to check it out. But this is the one I got because it had 3 or 4 growth points on it, and it had some new leaves. And then I was also excited to see that they had some Platycerium bifurcatum in these little hanging baskets. Mine that I potted up and mounted, it is doing beautifully. It is so pretty. I love to look at it. And I'm in love with my staghorn ferns. This is a Siesta Se Grace. I thought that the name was cutesy. And my Marantha that I bought like a month ago is still alive, guys, and I am so proud of myself. I did purchase this same Syndapsis Silver Splash about a month ago. It's still alive too, but it's not trailing like this one was. I figured I'd risk the cold and go into the little protected area that they have all the tropical plants in usually, and it was like filled with all the plants they were trying to protect. Yeah, it was pretty cold. I think it's like 41 degrees right now, and for people who live where I live, everything almost shuts down because, for one thing, people don't know how to drive when it gets icy here. We also don't get our roads salted or anything like that like they do on the East Coast or up north. So anything that's like gets to where it's almost freezing, it's a lot. And it was like 78 degrees yesterday, I believe. So this is a very splashy Mathilde, and I'm going to go back to it in a second. And then this a little asparagus fern. I hadn't seen them, Proven Winners, having the little asparagus ferns. Is that what it is? Yeah, asparagus ferns sold separately. I'd only seen them like in like a group potting situation. But this little splashy Mathilde, all the leaves were splashy. And I decided I was going to make that mine. Just wanted to scan over the plants, see if there's anything that I missed, but it was so crowded in here that I really couldn't get around and look at all the plants. I could just admire them from afar, and that's okay. I wasn't planning on getting plants. I was here for like emergency supplies. And see, the cold has gotten to some of these little guys because it wasn't really that heated in there. I'm sure it didn't feel like it does outside, but it was pretty chilly. This is what I got. This is my Hoya dappled forest, and I'm super excited about it. I also got a chai, and we stopped by Bill Miller's. It's a big thing in San Antonio, and I just wanted to show you how gloomy it is. But that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching, and enjoy all the planty things, y'all. Stay warm out there. Bye.